Good day, everybody, and welcome to Acies Innovations in conversation with thought leaders. And today we have with us Sagi Eliyahu, right, who's the CEO of KMS Lighthouse. He has a vast experience in transforming advanced high-tech capabilities into business achievements. And Sagi, it's so awesome to have you with us. And Sagi, in the last 20 years, he has initiated and successfully established global operations, right, from zero to large scales in so many markets. Now at KMS Lighthouse specifically, Sagi has helped to reshape the company to offering, and together with the Lighthouse team, he has helped a vision that will help Lighthouse disrupt the entire market. He is considered to be a thought leader in the knowledge management sector and is one of the great people, right? A people person among his team. Now, with Lighthouse, company agents can also access accurate information at a click of a button in mere seconds. Now, a bit more on Sagi. He's the official member of the Forbes Communication Council. And Sagi's company, KMS Lighthouse, is actually in the list of the top 100 companies that matter in knowledge management globally for 2021. So, Sagi, we are honored today to have you, one of the recipients in the top 100 companies that matter in KM globally with us. And for those of us who are not already followers of KM Lighthouse has about 3,285 followers on LinkedIn today. And if you haven't, you should follow it, right? As they lead us the way into disrupting the world with with their KM platform. So Sagi, over to you.
First of all, thank you. After so many compliments, maybe I don't need to say anything. I appreciate the interview. It was good to meet you guys. So appreciate the opportunity, first of all. It's been a pleasure also to communicate beforehand. And again, I'm happy to be here. KMS Lighthouse, I think I'm going to address your questions later. So I need to be careful not to say too many things. But we are one of the top 100 because we are staying very niche and focused on knowledge management. And this is one of the reasons that bring KMS Lighthouse to a significant success over the last years, especially with innovating and disrupting a market that exists for many years with new technologies that only arrive in the last few years. So, but I think we are going to address it later on. So thank you for now, and looking to for your questions.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Sagi. So I think actually you answered one of my questions, which was actually about how Lighthouse got up into the top 100 companies, but we'll keep that in a while. Right now, my first question for you is something that's very relevant to many places in the world. And, given the current pandemic and the work from home becoming the new normal, right? Well, a lot of people say that people have become a bit more decentralized, from working in the comfort of your office. Right now, they are going back to the silos of working at home. Now, Sagi, what do you think are some of the new cases for knowledge sharing that technology companies have to think about?
So, first of all, the pandemic brought the importance of knowledge management globally. Because if you think on the simplest use case of knowledge management, a call center, before pandemic, it's a few thousand people or few hundred people sitting in one room. Yeah, and they can elaborate on each other. They can assist one each other. He put you on hold. He's asking his colleague, his peer, what to do. And then in a day, you cannot do it anymore. So you shift all your employees to work remotely. Think what a challenge. They have no one to advise. Someone told me maybe he can advise with his mother, to ask his mother what to do, but it's not solving the problem. The business problem is not going to disappear. So pandemic created a situation that knowledge management, the importance of knowledge management arrived, and we saw, like other technology vendors, a higher request and higher demand for our solution. Because of the pandemic, people and companies understand that they need to provide their employees, and again, not only agents, look on regular employee. He want to report expense. He's not sure what is allowed, how he's reporting vacation. How you onboard a new employee with the COVID? How you onboard him? So you interview him on Zoom, like we are doing now, and then you tell him, okay, he's waking up in the morning, He started his first day at work at home. So think about it. It's a huge, huge challenge. And this challenge requires organization to be prepared for the future. And again, even though, again, for my side now, the situation of COVID is going down, but still people are speaking about hybrid mode. So even after COVID, everybody understands that it's going to be hybrid. It's going to be office, not in office, working from home. And this is, I think, where knowledge management is becoming an important player in this digital transformation.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you say on hybrid becoming the new norm. It brings a lot of opportunities because actually today businesses don't need to have big spaces anymore. Yeah, if they can save money on rent and pump in more money into the business, why not? But in such a model, in such a hybrid model, what are the challenges in implementing KM?
So the challenges are not implementing KM. The importance of KM is becoming more real because what you want, let's think about your employee, okay? An employee is working from home. What you want? You want to equip him with a system that enable him to ask a question and get an answer. So now this is the new normal. So in the past, if you look on knowledge management, in a good scenario, you find the document. In the new style of working home, you want to be able to ask a question and get an answer. So this is where technology like AI are playing an important role. How you enable your employee? Just Googling. You don't need to explain how to Google, correct? So you want a system that will be simple. He can ask a human question and he gets the information that he needs and get it right. So this is all about knowledge management. And this is what companies like ourselves are doing, providing a system. It's easy to manage. So the back office, the content managers need to manage it, but they manage it on a central place. And then the employees, and by the way, if we look going forward, also customer can consume the information they need and get it right. That's all. This is the mission. It sounds simple. It's not so simple, but this is the mission statement.
Well, we all remember from our textbooks, right? Knowledge management is getting the right information or the right sense-made information at the right place at the right time, right?
Correct.
So I totally hear you, and I like the points that you brought in. You brought in 2 points. One of it was you said lean. We all have to go lean, and the second one was AI, the introduction of AI, and Lighthouse has been working on the context of AI. So if I say KM and AI in this new decade, right? What do you see happening with this relationship between KM and AI?
So I will try to explain the way we see it in KMS Lighthouse. So KMS Lighthouse, the knowledge management piece stands for ability to manage the knowledge in a single place. Okay, so it means the back office, ability to upload documents, ability to create templates, ability to prepare everything in a back office, in a modern knowledge management platform. Mm-hmm. This is the knowledge management piece. And then the AI is coming to play in several areas. First of all, enabling you to ask a human question and getting the answer. So the AI will stand that if you ask how much, how many, or something like that, it will understand that you mean the same in your context, okay? In your context. So the AI is helping to tune the search, if you like, to tune the search algorithm. Mm-hmm. This is one. A second thing, AI can stand for automation. So here in KMS Lighthouse, we did an acquisition back in November 2020 of a company called Reps AI. Mm-hmm. According to the name, they are doing only AI. So, and what they are doing, they are taking customer communication. This is, so a customer, let's say, is approaching the brand and you open a ticket. How do I return a product? Or, for example, how do I upgrade my service? My telecom service, you want to upgrade it because now the kids need more Wi-Fi at home, okay? So he's writing a ticket, he's opening a ticket because he doesn't want to wait on a call for an hour or whatever time. AI, our AI will understand, first of all, that this is what he wants to do. He want to do this and that. He want to complain, he want to return a product, he want to upgrade his service. By understanding this with AI, we can empower a self-service offering. So first of all, we understand. Then we can, by the way, transfer it to the relevant team within the organization to tackle the ticket. This is option A. Option B, we say, if you want to do a full automation, we can pull the knowledge article that explain how to return a product, how to upgrade your service. And this is where AI stands for. So ability, first of all, to improve the search and taking it to a next level. The second piece is creating automation with your customers and changing the SLA that currently you have with customers. And this is important. It's not only to save money, it's to improve the SLA, to be sure that if a customer open a ticket, within few seconds, he get the answer. And this is very important. And we work with global brands, big retailers like Marks and Spencer, like Monday.com, and others that we are helping them to automate customer communication in a fashion way.
It's awesome. It's awesome. How KM today is actually so involved in customer relationship management as well as supplier relationship management, using tools like AI coming in. And you use certain terms, you use automate. In Singapore, one of the biggest words we have is the digital transformation. And of course, with digital transformation comes this notion of smart nation that we've been on this journey for the last couple of years. I dare say maybe about the last 7 to 8 years now, right? And the thing with digital transformation is, and transformation per se, it's not apple to apple. It's always evolving. And I can see in how you explain about KM and AI, it's an evolving process. So the growth is continuous, the improvements are continuous. And it brings me to this point you said earlier about lean, right? In today, there are a lot of hype. I wouldn't say hype. Hype may be a wrong word, yeah? There's a lot of excitement about agile methodologies, right? We have to go agile. We have to be quick. We have to be super responsive. What are your views on agile methodologies, AI and KM?
So I think Agile is a mandatory. You cannot develop today without Agile. In the past, you released a big version or major version once a year. It's not applicable anymore. The world is moving so fast that if you are not agile and you don't work in a small sprints and you deliver to your customers the solution they need quickly, they won't be with you. So agile is not even a question. It's automatically, if you don't deploy it, you are going to become a dinosaur. So this is about agile. If you speak about the knowledge management, the holistic view of knowledge management, you mentioned suppliers, you mentioned customer self-service and things in this nature. What I can tell you that we see a big change after the pandemic. In the past, take example, I'll speak, we work with a large airline, by the way, in Asia, that we signed with them the contract in November 2020. And they came to us, November 2020 for the airline industry, you understand what it means, 7% capacity, okay? They are not working. Yep. and they were brave enough to acknowledge that if they are not going to disrupt and change the infrastructure and the knowledge they manage internally, they won't be prepared when everything will become normal. Yeah. And we used this period to build a platform that is serving thousands of employees, serving self-service, feeding chatbot, feeding all the digital channels from a single place. Think about it. Before that, you have an airline. They had for the call center a knowledge base. They had for employees, ground employees, knowledge base. For people that are flying, different knowledge base. For customer self-service, knowledge base in the web. For the chatbot, different knowledge base. Think about the complexity. You need to manage a distributed knowledge base and trying to get the same answer. Don't forget, you want to give the same answer. You don't want to give your customer on the web different answer. And I think people understand the digital transformation will not exist without the right knowledge. By the way, also the chatbot, if we look on a chatbot journey, the hype was huge. and then there was, declining. Why it was declining? Because the chatbot couldn't at that moment work with a native knowledge base. And each chatbot tried to build, how are you? What's the weather? Okay, it's nice, it's great, but it's not solving the problem that the customer is approaching the organization. And currently, we see a linkage between all digital transformation to your knowledge base. And this is something that we felt it strongly in the last year, if you like.
So, Sagi, if I ask you this question, yeah, what made KM Lighthouse be in the top 100 list of companies? Why? What made you be in that 100 in that list of top 100, and why must we look at you?
So I tell you two things. First of all, our customers love us. If you speak, so it means that, customers appreciate what we do and they love us. This is one. And we focus on customer success. It's not, they don't love us only because, Sagi speaking to them. They have a team, they see the platform, they like what they see. This is one. Second thing, many of them quote the simplicity of our system. They say, you see it, that's it. I don't need to train anymore. So one of the major impact of a good knowledge base is the onboarding time. You don't want to onboard a new employee and spend 3 months until he take a first call or until he's able to answer a question. Simplicity, UI, advanced UI. And then behind it, we have a lot of technology stack. We were one of the first companies that embrace AI within a knowledge base. And this is something today, it's clear, everybody that is doing knowledge base is embracing AI. We were one of the top ones to understand that you cannot go digital without a strong AI and knowledge base. And we did it. So, and the last piece, we are very focused. I said it at the beginning. You're speaking with customer. How many ask us, can you do a chatbot for me? And I'm speaking with our technical guys and I'm asking guys, can we do this? Yeah, but you want us to do it? You sure you want to be one of 3,000 players in this market? Or you sure? And this is one example. There are many areas, ticketing or CRM, and many areas that we can do a quick wins, but we decide no. We are going to work with Salesforce. We are going to work with Dynamics. We are going to work with ServiceNow. So we want to empower others and stay focused in our knowledge management journey. And this is, I think, something that keeping us shine and keeping us very focused in the journey and in our ability to stand behind our customers for the future.
So there is it. That's the secret, right? The first one is you have to be likable. The second point is keep it simple, right? Keep it simple for the client, keep it simple for the guys in the back end doing up the work. State-of-the-art technology, be ahead of the curve. And the last point is laser sharp focus. And sometimes the client says he wants an apple, but what he needs is an orange. So you got to work with him.
Exactly. I like your summary. By the way, I need to be careful that not many people will listen to those tips.
Well, as long as we're talking about apple and oranges and they think we are selling fruits, we are safe.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sagi. I have two last questions for you. Yeah,
sure.
And one of the questions I have is this concept of smart organizations, right? And it's very linked to this. What do you think is the future of knowledge management?
So the future, I think I said it before, but I will emphasize now, it's being, first of all, enterprise, ability to manage everything in a single place and enabling each user to see what he needs to see. So I'm speaking about a single knowledge base that support multiple channels, multiple applications, and can be consumed according to authorization rights. For example, a customer, when he search a question, he probably need to get a bit different answer than the internal employee, because internal employee probably get everything by the book. And maybe for a customer, you need the marketing to write exactly how they want to write it. So, but you need to be able to manage everything in a single place. So I think the future of knowledge is ability to be omni-channel, ability to be interacting with other application and core systems that organization has, and at the same time being a customer facing or supporting the digital transformation, that it's like the cloud. When we, a few years back, if you ask me about the cloud, everybody will say the cloud, it's here, it's nice, will be 5-10%. I think in 5 years, I don't expect to have anything on-prem. Everything will be cloud. So I think the same will happen with knowledge base. Everybody wants to move from silos, and the silos are not going to stay for many years. It's difficult. It's tough to manage silos. It's costing the organization tons of money to manage all those systems, and bottom line, they want to serve the same thing. So why to do those? So I think this is something that the knowledge management is going to be changed. Nobody will look on a knowledge management as a silo anymore. You will look on it as an enterprise or as an organization layer. And this means that you need to have a good platform to enable this to happen.
Awesome. I enjoy this conversation with you. You know why? Because every time you say something, there's always something for me to catch and remember it by. And with that answer, omnipresent and multi-dimensional enterprise, that is the future of KM. So Sagi, to my last question, right? And this is for the knowledge managers out there, not for the companies, but for the rest of us working and indulging many years of our lives in knowledge management. What advice do you have for all of us in the KM community?
Don't be afraid to disrupt. Don't think that what was working 2 years ago is definitely going to work for the next 2 years. Change mindset. Check the market, see what technologies exist, and be brave enough to take a call. Because in many cases, status quo, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's broken big time. Fix it. Go and change. Don't be afraid. And this is my statement. Look into the market. It's evolved in the last, because knowledge management, let's be fair, it's 30, 40 years exist in the market. The technology changed. The pandemic gave a huge boost for knowledge management. Huge, enormous. And I'm encouraging the community of the knowledge management. Check the market. What was right back then, maybe it's not right anymore. And embrace the technologies that exist currently.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sagi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining us today with the conversation with thought leaders, we have Sagi and from KMS Lighthouse, and it's been awesome picking on Sagi's brains and getting all these nuggets that he gave us, and I had to scribble it down, right? Simplicity, you can see from Sagi's smile, right? I'm sure everybody loves him. So, being likable and the most important part, being focused, right? Being able to focus, being able to be agile, adapting, and like what he said in his advice to all of us KM people. Yeah, we have to adapt and we have to keep transforming ourselves to be relevant in the KM of the future. So thank you so much, Sagi. It's been awesome.
I want to thank you. It's been, I was smiling because I enjoy speaking to you and to your colleagues before and after. So I want to thank you for your time and for the initiative and approaching me and opening the door for this kind of discussion, and looking forward for maybe to meet physically in Singapore or in Tel Aviv or, elsewhere. So let's stay safe. Let's stay healthy. Let's keep on smiling, and let's do what we need to do to help our customers and our partners be successful. Thank you, and a great day, my friend.
Thanks, Sagi. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us today, and we catch you guys again next time. So have a good day. Bye-bye.